We're going to be looking to some crowdfunding campaigns that I should have got to last week, but because of time and scheduling, I did not get there, so I'm terribly sorry, but let's get into it. Hello and welcome to Assorted Meeples. I'm Phillip the Meeple on duty, and today we're going to be looking at a bunch of crowdfunding campaigns, and I use the term crowdfunding because this is going to be across the three main platforms of BackerKit, GameFound, and Kickstarter. So let's get right into it. These are kind of listed in my order of preference of what I'm curious about the most. So starting at the first, kind of least interest, I'm interested, but not very tempting, all the way up to they're taking my money, whether I want to give them my money to them or not, because I believe in their projects, and I am terribly weak when it comes to things that I enjoy. So let's get right into it. First up, we have Sea of Legends. Sea of Legends is a deck-building RPG first board game, and now it is a video game that's coming to Steam at the moment. They are using Adventure Forge for their code and all that, so interesting. I don't know anything about that. They're just very proud of it, so I figured I would mention it. You are a pirate sailing around the Caribbean, fighting off and attacking other pirates, European freighters, what have you, and you are looking to take that. It is deck building, so you're going to be drawing cards to improve your ship, improve your battle mechanics, all that stuff. You can also go on land, woo women, all the things you could want. This really reminds me of Sid Meier's Pirates from back in the day. Love that game. This has very much that feel. As you build out your crew, your battle deck gets stronger. You can pay your wealth or share your wealth with your crew, keep them from going into mutiny, all the things. I am very tempted by this game, but it comes at the crosshairs of me previously backing 3 video games and not getting a single one of them yet. They are all working. They are all going where they should. They just, they haven't delivered yet. And personal opinion, I'm not backing video games anymore because it seems to be the standard that it takes years longer than what they hypothetically think it's going to take. And I don't want that. I like board games because board games, yes, they may take a little while longer, and there's the random one that takes, 5 to 10 years, but you don't have as many flops in board games where you don't get them. I've had 2 in my history of, I think it's 6 years now on Kickstarter, where I've had 2 that didn't fulfill. One is technically dead, and the other is, I don't know if it's dead or not. They won't release any information. That is neither here nor there, and I'm off subject. This game looks very good, but unfortunately, I'm not going to back it because video games just don't seem to materialize ever. And I'm more likely to play on a console than I am on Steam anymore. The rewards, if you want to know, $25 for a Steam key. Digital extras pack gets you a digital art book for $40. $60 gets you beta testing and mod tier. Sailing Master gets you physical copy of things. Bag of balloons. Quartermaster gets you more stuff for $125. For $2,000. What do you get? Let's get you into the game. You name a crew member or other similar level NPC and provide photo or guidance for their portrait. Reserve the right to approve the name and creative direction for the portrait. Good call on you guys, but for $2,000, that's kind of expensive. Create Island Governor, Major Pirate, or wow, That's a nice one for 4K, though. That's really expensive. Get a bunch of minis and a bunch of other stuff. Dang. Has anybody gone in at that level? Let's go take a look. Now I'm curious. And sidetracked. 0 backers. 2 backers at the 4K line. You people have more money than I do and know how to spend it however you want to. So good on you. Next up, we have Rumble Planet by, what is it? Ankama Games? Ankama Games. There it is. Ankama Games. I am terrible at enunciation, even just for English. So getting any board game company right, unless it's simple words, is terrible for me. Rumble Planet is a arena battler for 2 to 5 players. You're going to take your hero and you're going to be moving around the field, leveling them up. Yes, that is a T-Rex with gun arms. And the minis look amazing. The gameplay seems very solid. And they're doing something unique in their board right now. Let's jump down to here. You're getting gorgeous miniatures. You're getting the scenery that creates different levels on your playing field. And I think for a field of game, the two-player battle arena, you need to set yourself apart. And honestly, just throwing in height variance as a different level of play does some amazing things for your game that a lot of people don't do, because it's just a little bit extra to throw in your box. There is tons of equipment, and you can upgrade it and fuse it together. There are different game modes. We have some stuff in there. I think this is one that I would back in times where I was not watching my budget. This looks like it would be a good, fun romp that you could play with a wide range of people and have fun. If you were taking this game serious, you would have fun. If you were just playing for a good time, you would have fun. That's what this game feels like to me, and it looks like it's color-coded as right. You're getting all the 10 different minis. You're getting this 3D risers plus double-sided terrain and the game board, all the other components that you're going to need. Where is my pledge levels? They're around here somewhere. Sorry, let's jump down here. Rewards. Here we go. Really, it was just a little scroll down further. That's disappointing in myself. For the core game, it's going to be £65. Or no, EUs. That's EU. Sorry. That's the euro. 65 euros. So you're looking at $75, $80 American. And the all-in gameplay bundle comes with the Cyborg Dinosaur, the Winds of Anarchy, and the Fortune's Fury, which add just more variability into the game. You can get deluxe dice. You can get gameplay mats instead of that. You can get boss expansion play mats as well. Dice tray, collapsible dice tray, metal coins. You can bling this game out as far as you would like. They are also doing some fun stuff with their daily reveals instead of stretch goals, and I kind of find that really cool. The thing here that they're doing, instead of adding more characters and more minis, which create a longer time to get to market because you have to make the mini, you have to first sculpt the mini and get it made. Second, you have to have a master mold made. Third, you have to hit production finally, and then the assembly of them and stuff, because they are pre-assembled for you instead of like Games Workshop sending it to you, so you have to do it yourself. They are just making cards and other things that increase the replayability of the game without really upping that card. So you get extra cards. Fans are now playable characters. The dinosaur is now a playable character. They're doing a lot of really fun stuff. Now, if you want videos on how this is played and how everything works, it is here for you. Lots of different content creators and some I don't even know about. So I might have to go check some of those out. And it looks really good on the table, although it's also looking like it is a table hog like most games anymore. If you do not have a 6x7 table, you will need a bigger table. No, I'm joking. It does look like it probably takes up a 3.5 by 4, 5-foot table. So your standard dinner table, it's going to take up the whole thing. Moving along to Xscape, the evolving game of survival. This is Tron, Light Trail, whatever you want to call it. You are going to be moving along, and as you do, you're going to be putting your tiles out, and each square or each hexagon there can have 2 moves done on it at any given time. Once the second move happens, then when the space is vacated, you put a black marker on top of it. You can no longer go there, so you are constantly cutting people off or attempting to cut people off and trap them in a smaller space. The last person standing wins. Now, while you're playing 2 players, or playing as many players as you want, I think it's up to, it's either 5 or 6. There is a, nope, it's going to be down here a little further. Evolve, survive. Already went over all this stuff. I'm looking for the Reaper. That's what it's called. When you land on one of those black X's, the Reaper comes out and he automatically kills spaces, and he moves after every player moves. He just goes around the board tracking, cutting off territory. He's not stopped by the black void spaces, but you are. There are these blue ice skates in the middle that allow you to skate across and avoid death, but you could also sail yourself into death. Watch it out. There are a couple, there is the Havoc's expansions with the Chaos Weaver and the Frostbringer. These are different modes for the game that bring in both solo and it looks like more ice. So I am looking at these. They have other games. Here, I'll jump down to the rewards here really quick. So you're going to, for $67 United States, you are going to get the Xscape and the free puzzle, 3D puzzle as well. For $67, you can get that, or that was an earlier, but you're going to get the Xscape and their other game, one of their other games, Cubed. You can get the early bird for either, I think the early bird is probably gone, but it was 62 and now 67, which is not a bad price for what you're getting. For 75, which is the one I would go at, and I'm assuming that most people went at, well, most people went in on the early bird. And Xscape game, 3 backers. So there's that. We got 30 backers on that one, 171 on the Cubed edition. That's actually a really good deal. 450 backers of the 2300. Yeah, that's a pretty good chunk. What I also like is their add-ons. They have the Xscape, they have the puzzle, and then they have their 2 previous games that really put me onto these guys to begin with. Sadly, I don't have any of them, but this is one that would definitely get my money. And they're a smaller company, so go check them out. Another video game that I'm not going to back, but is very interesting to me is My Time at Evershine. They have 25,000 backers, $2.2 million. These guys are doing something really unique and interesting and pretty shattering for a game company creating a series. In My Time at Portia and My Time at Sandrock, you are a builder in a town building and discovering this story. In My Time at Evershine, you are the governor and you are... Oh, We got their story, what they're hoping for, and all the things that we're unlocking as we go here. We can wishlist it on Steam. You're the governor, and you are building out a new city to protect from the Duvos invasion. Duvos Empire has taken over Orzo's ruins 3 years after the Sandrock storyline, which Etha also claims is their own, which is another country. The Alliance, which you've been a part of this whole time, playing under in the northern Adelphos region. To counter this, the Legion initiated the North Development Plan to move more settlers to the region and a new city, Evershine. This is you. You are going to be moving in. You're going to be recruiting people, building buildings. And obviously there will be the romance. There will be the deeper story mode in there. And I'm not 100% sure on the new art style. The new figure models rather than their older style. I really like the style in Portia and Sandrock, but again, this is new, so they're not going to please everybody. It looks like the same system that you're going to have from the previous ones. You're going to be knocking things down. The builder system screen looks much more involved and kind of cool. I'm very curious, but again, I will wait for this one to be released. That way I am not waiting forever and a day for this one. So, looking at getting it spring of 2026. The rewards for this one, $20 for game key, Steam only, $25 for wallpapers, $35 alpha game access on Steam, $45 gets you the soundtrack, $65 gets you everything else, including a digital art book and in-game wings. All the way up, $100 gets you more decorations, chat emojis, weapon. There's lots of things you get. The more money you put in this, the more they're going to give you. For 10 grand, you get a day with the devs and become a recruitable NPC. So you can have all the fun in the world if you want. Did anybody take that one yet? I wonder. Let's go. There's the 250. 7. Wow. A lot of people took that premium adventure pack. 39. 5 at the 5,000? Woo! 1 at the developer level. There's 1 left, people. If you want to pick it up, go right ahead. But these guys are doing it right. They're getting money in advance, even though Sandrock made a lot of money. It also cost a lot of money to make. They're getting some in advance. They're showing interest and support for 25. I think they're probably more interested in the 25,000 pre-orders for their game, basically, than they are about the 2.2 million. That helps, but the 25,000 people chomping at the bit to get this game is more important to them for getting funding from other sources as well. Because that's always going on with video games, is getting that background support from studios and other funds like that. Moving on to Cloudspire Harbinger. This is the announced last expansions for Cloudspire. After this is a complete game. There is what they are saying. This is also the last chance you will have to get a lot of different stuff for these guys. They are at 1.3 million. They are at 4,600 backers. This is one that I am very sad that I cannot back and go all in on. There's a ton of content here. I know this is a deep game that has a ton of strategy. I know the truth, though, and the truth is that while I want this very, very badly, I understand it would just be a pretty on my shelf that I would rarely, if ever, get to play, and that feels all the bad to me. This is a tower defense mob rush type game where you control your powerful units, your towers, and you have like generals, playable characters. Yumi, you need to make an appearance. Do you see this cat? This cat right here. She does not take no for an answer, but I love her. So she's going to stay here until she wants to run away. Now, I lost my train of thought. This game does so many things right. The other reason I know it's going to stay on the shelf, is because even experienced players say they have to keep the rules handy to make sure they're playing this one right. This is the final chapter. You're getting a bunch of new Cloudspire factions that you can play as and add some interesting dynamics to the game. The reason that I am here, solo and co-op modes allow you to go through a campaign. There is a campaign setting for this one. This game has tons of reviews and tons of content around it. If you want to learn, here's a how to play video in Cloudspire rulebook. In essence, the game is very simple. In reality, it gets a little harder to keep straight. They are doing some fun stuff on this campaign. Hold on, let's bring up... You're getting the 3 new factions. They're also putting out the storage box. This is going to fit 13 wide, 15 and a quarter deep, 9 inches high, 10 inches high. This is going to fit in a calyx-friendly cube. It will hold everything, as far as I understand it, so that you will be able to put all your Cloudspire stuff, just like the Too Many Bones treasure trove. It will fit everything, and you can have it all nice and convenient. This is why I'm here. The Cloudspire for 20 strong deck, this is what I'm probably going to pick up from them, because I have all the decks already made and the ones that are on order and being made currently. Also, I think the system they have going right here, where you have your minions and all that stuff, I really like what's going on with this from the looks of it. And I want to see how it works out really well. They have a rule book already there. So that's why I'm here. Let's get into the rewards. Skip on down. So just for the Harbinger gameplay bundle is 110. Cloudspire base and new factions is 240. All new things, minus the 20 strong deck, is 290. That comes with, it looks like the big old box and the book and the new factions. All gameplay bundle, old and new content. This is everything to all the factions to play for 365. That one went really fast again, becoming a strategist for 800, which means you get all the new stuff, and anything new that they release in the future is yours. And then the all-in for Cloudspire, I think the only thing missing on here is the 20 strong deck, but you get everything for that in $665, which is basically $200 off. This is a good game, which worth investing in at that level, in my opinion. Now, I don't have the money right now, and I have all of Marvel United, which is a much lighter game. This is a very heavy game, and if you're into them, this is one that I'd suggest that you take a look at. And another one that is definitely going to get my money, and I probably won't spend much time on this, is the Bucket Brigade, the Weekly Roll Volume 1. I will at least be getting the softcover edition for it. Now, what you're going to be getting is like 160 comics 150 comics over 160 pages. And this is one of the people that I give money to on Patreon. Why? Because they're worth it. They do amazing art. They put a lot of character in 4-panel comics that I don't see a lot of other people doing. And they do, how to say it, in my opinion, they do a lot of things right. Most of the violence is inferred, not there. It is there in some, but it's not. This is not excessively gory, not excessively provocative, I guess. I don't know how to say it. So I really like what he's doing. He is going through telling stories about adventurers in D&D campaigns, whether it actually happened or whether it just seems like a good story for these characters, is absolutely fantastic. I started reading it and fell in love and found out that he was Patreon, so I went and supported him there. All the characters are fabulous and not what you expect. I can't say enough about this one. The rewards, you can get the digital copy for $15 with some backgrounds for you. The $24 gets you the graphic novel. These are going to be little guys, so you're looking at just shy of 6 by 8. So not necessarily huge, so about here by here. Actually, it's my phone size, but that's besides the point. So it's going to be a good size book. Not huge, but a good size book. At $40, you're going to be getting the Don't Turn Around print as well as everything else. And at $75, this is the one I wish I could back at, but I can't. Because I want this Unusual Suspects Triglyph print series. I love what he did with those guys, and I don't have enough for that. And you get pins as well. $99, the natural savings, you get a dice box that comes with the dice, or just a dice box, I can't remember which, plus all the other things. $300, you can get a print, but that one is already taken, plus all the other stuff. And $350, your character dies. Because there is death in this, and it's funny. Because he comes up with very creative ways for them to die. Ooh, you get a pair of bookmarks now? Heck yes! Clara, I look forward to getting the full of Clara's backstory. 5e character sheets, all new story arc, and magic item cards. Yes, the holy brick on a rope. I needs it. You can get patches, you can get pins, and you can get all the stuff. So go check this out. This is one that I will personally be picking up for myself. That was the last campaign. Again, I'm only going to probably be picking up one of those, and that would be the Bucket Brigade Volume 1. Feel like I've had one of those windows closed, but I can't figure it out at the moment. So that I had pulled up for about a week. So it happens. But the Bucket Brigade, yeah, I missed one in there somewhere. But I'm not worried about it. But yeah, the Bucket Brigade is the one that I'm going to be backing, and I'm quite happy with it. So I hope we start getting into more regular updates from him again, because they brighten my day and my week. Leave a comment down in the description below on the games that you're backing, the ones that I highlighted, what you think of them, and anything of interest you think I missed that I should probably be looking at right now. Thank you guys very much for watching, and we will see you next time. All right. Bye.